clear winter night, one shape always finds you. Orion, the hunter, striding across the dark. 3 bright stars in a row mark his belt. It is the easiest pattern in the whole sky to find. But tonight, look up, to his shoulder. There, a single star burns a deep, restless red. Its name is Betelgeuse, and it does not belong with the calm, white stars around it. Those stars are steady, quiet, alive. Betelgeuse flickers like a candle in a draught, like a dying ember fighting to stay lit. Because that is exactly what it is. You are looking at a star living through the final moments of its life. And over the next few minutes, we are going to watch it die. To understand its death, you first have to understand its size. Our sun feels impossibly large to us. More than 1 million Earths would fit inside it. And yet, next to Betelgeuse, our sun is a single grain of sand. Betelgeuse is a red supergiant, one of the largest stars we have ever measured. Now imagine lifting it up and dropping it where our sun sits. It would swallow Mercury without noticing, then Venus, then Earth, then Mars, gone, deep beneath its glowing surface. Its edge would swell out past the orbit of Jupiter, a star so vast that light itself takes hours just to cross it. And here is the strange part. For all that size, all that power, it is fragile. A giant, but a giant that is running out of time. Every star is a war that lasts for millions of years. Gravity pulls inward relentlessly, trying to crush the star into nothing. And nuclear fire pushes outward, holding it up. As long as there is fuel to burn, the star holds its shape. For most of its life, a star quietly burns hydrogen. But Betelgeuse has already burned through its hydrogen, so now it burns heavier fuel just to survive. Helium, then carbon, then oxygen, then neon. Each new fuel is harder to burn than the last, and each one buys far less time. What took millions of years now takes only centuries. The red glow you see is a star swollen, cooling, and gasping for breath. It is burning the last pages of its own story. And when the final fuel runs out, there is nothing left to push back. Gravity wins. In late 2019, something happened that no one expected. Betelgeuse began to fade. Night after night, it grew dimmer. Over a few weeks, it lost more than 1/3 of its brightness. Astronomers had never seen it this dark in living memory. And across the world, the same question began to spread. Was this it? Was Betelgeuse finally about to explode? Telescopes around the planet turned to the hunter's shoulder and waited. But the truth turned out to be stranger than an explosion. The star had coughed out an enormous cloud of dust, and that dust had drifted across its face, veiling it from us. A giant briefly hiding behind its own breath. It was not the end. Not yet. But it was a warning, written across the sky. This star is unstable, and its clock is almost out. One day, the core of Betelgeuse will run out of fuel for good. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe 100,000 years from now. When it does, the center will collapse. In a fraction of a second, the star falls inward on itself. And then it rebounds in the most violent event in the universe. Betelgeuse will tear itself apart in a supernova. For a few weeks, it will blaze as bright as the full moon. Bright enough to be seen in the middle of the day. Bright enough to cast soft shadows at night. A second light in our sky, born from a death. It will hang there, impossibly, for months. Every human being alive will look up and see it. And then, slowly, it will fade, leaving the hunter without his shoulder. A constellation, rewritten within a single human lifetime. But here is the thought that should tilt the floor beneath you. Betelgeuse is roughly 600 light years away. That means its light spends 6 centuries crossing the dark to reach you. The light touching your eyes tonight left that star 600 years ago. So you are not seeing Betelgeuse as it is. You are seeing a ghost. The star as it was in the Middle Ages, long before you were born. Which means it may have already exploded. Centuries ago, it may have already died. And the news of its death is still racing toward us across the dark. Somewhere out there, that final flash is already on its way. Crossing empty space year after year, aimed straight at us. And on one ordinary, unremarkable night, it will arrive. When Betelgeuse finally dies, it will not simply vanish. It will scatter its insides across space. Carbon, oxygen, iron. The heavy elements forged over millions of years deep inside its core. And those are the very same elements that are in you. In your blood, in your bones, in every breath you take. Every dying star is a kind of seeding. We are built from stars that died long before the sun was ever born. So Betelgeuse is showing us our own origin. And, in the same breath, our own end. So on the next clear winter night, step outside, find Orion, and look up to his shoulder, at that restless, dying red star. And know that you are watching something rare, a death that will one day become a beginning.